You're watching Tag TV.
Good evening, welcome to South Asia Newsline. I am Chandrakala Chaudhary. Here are the top stories we are tracking for you on Monday, the 17th of June. Army major killed in ongoing encounter in India's Jammu and Kashmir. Pakistan appoints hardliner general as new spy agency chief. And at least 60 arrested for protesting against diversion of rivers in Pakistan-administered Kashmir. And now for all the details, an army major succumbed to his injuries in an encounter with terrorists in Anantnag district of India's Jammu and Kashmir province on Monday. The exchange of fire was still underway till the last reports came in.
An army major succumbed to his injuries in an ongoing encounter in Anantnag district of India's northern Jammu and Kashmir province on Monday. The encounter broke out early in the morning after security forces had launched a coordinated search operation acting on credible inputs about the presence of terrorists. The search operation turned into a gun battle after the terrorists opened fire on the forces, who retaliated. Another Indian Army soldier who received injury during the gunfight was reportedly undergoing treatment. The exchange of fire was still underway when the last reports came in. This came a week after 5 security personnel lost their lives after terrorists attacked a patrolling party in Anantnag. One terrorist belonging to Pakistan-based Al-Umar Mujahideen was also neutralized in the gunfight last week.
The first session of the 17th Lok Sabha, or the lower house of the Indian Parliament, began on Monday. Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi and members of the House took oath as lawmakers during the session.
The first session of the 17th Lok Sabha, or the lower house of the Indian Parliament, began on Monday. Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi and other lawmakers, including Bharatiya Janata Party Chief Amit Shah, who is a Lok Sabha debutant, took oath as lawmakers. PM Modi was re-elected from Varanasi parliamentary constituency in the 2019 Lok Sabha polls. Pro Tem Speaker Virendra Kumar, who was sworn earlier in the day, administered the oath. Among other Lok Sabha members to take oath was Defence Minister Rajnath Singh and Law Minister Ravi Shankar Prasad. Addressing media ahead of the session, Prime Minister Modi said that views of the opposition are important for a healthy democracy.
पक्ष विपक्ष से ज्यादा निष्पक्ष का स्पिरिट बहुत महत्व रखता है और मुझे विश्वास है कि पक्ष और विपक्ष के दायरे में बंटने के बजाय निष्पक्ष भाव से जन कल्याण को प्राथमिकता देते हुए हम आने वाले 5 साल के लिए इस सदन की गरिमा को ऊपर उठाने में प्रयास करें.
Prime Minister Modi also assured that this session of the Parliament would be more fruitful as compared to the previous ones. He won a second term in office on May 30 after BJP secured an impressive mandate in the country's 7th-phase general elections.
Health officials said on Monday that nearly 100 children have died this month from encephalitis, commonly known as brain fever, in India's eastern Bihar province. Authorities have said they are doing everything possible to treat the sick children. Nearly 100 children have died this month from encephalitis, commonly known as brain fever, in India's eastern Bihar province, health officials said on Monday. Outbreak of encephalitis is common in India, especially during monsoon season. It is most often caused by eating or drinking contaminated water or food from mosquito or other insect bites or through breathing in respiratory droplets from an infected person. A health official said that at least 83 patients had died of encephalitis in Sri Krishna Medical College and Hospital in Muzaffarpur district alone.
89 डिस्चार्ज हो चुके हैं और 83 बच्चों की मौत हो चुकी है आज सुबह 8 बजे तक.
Symptoms of encephalitis include high fever, vomiting and, in severe cases, seizures, paralysis and coma. Infants and elderly people are particularly vulnerable. The provincial and federal government authorities have said they are doing everything possible to treat the sick children. 5 years ago, a similar outbreak killed about 380 people in Bihar, India's third most populous province. In news from Pakistan, the Pakistan Army has announced the appointment of hardliner Lieutenant General Faiz Hamid as the new Director General of Spy Agency Inter-Services Intelligence or ISI. Pakistan Army's media wing ISPR confirmed the news in a statement but did not explain the reshuffle. General Hamid belongs to the Baloch Regiment and was in charge of the Internal Security Wing at the ISI. He will be replacing Lieutenant General Asim Munir after only 8 months on the job. The Army also announced a number of changes to postings of its other top generals. At least 60 people were arrested for protesting in Pakistan-administered Kashmir against the diversion of rivers in the illegally occupied region. The protesters were highlighting the environmental damage caused due to diversion of Neelam River for a hydropower project.
Police on Sunday arrested at least 60 protesters and manhandled them while they were protesting in Muzaffarabad city of Pakistan-administered Kashmir against the diversion of rivers. The protesters had blocked the highway in the city, demanding Islamabad to stop diverting the Neelam and Jhelum rivers for building hydropower projects on them. They were raising voices against the Neelam-Jhelum hydropower project, which has caused severe environmental damage in the illegally occupied region, affecting the normal life of people. The residents in Muzaffarabad have been on sit-in protest for over 2 months, but the government has continued to ignore their demands.
6 लाख की आबादी इससे मुतासर हो रही है। हम 6 लाख आबादी के मुतासर होने को हम कभी उसको मुतासर नहीं होने देंगे, बल्कि मुजफ्फराबाद की अवाम, आज़ाद कश्मीर की अवाम इस पर भरपूर रद्द-ए-अमल देगी।
Shops and businesses were also shut down in protest against the police action on protesters. To announce the police action, the Kashmiri diaspora has announced a protest outside the Pakistan High Commission in London on June 18th.
In news from Afghanistan, Mir Rahman Rahmani was declared as a new Speaker of the Afghan Parliament after a controversial voting in May. Though the critics say he has not secured the required votes for the post, Rahmani is adamant not to step down.
Mir Rahman Rahmani, a lawmaker from Afghanistan's Parwan province, was declared as the new Speaker of Walesi Jirga, the lower house of the parliament, after a controversial voting in May. Rahmani has vowed not to step down from his post, despite his critics saying that he has not secured the required votes for the post. He said that he is the winner of the voting based on the principles of the Walesi Jirga.
پیشنهاداتی دارن که گویا من استعفا بدم یا عقب نشینی بکنم و هیچ وجه من این کار نمیکنم به خاطر که من اولین رئیس ولسی جرگه افغانستان هستم که بعد از 16 دوره ما ایران گرفتیم.
Results of last October's parliamentary election were only finalized in May this year. Based on the quorum, 124 votes were needed for a winning candidate in the 247-seat House. Rahmani fell short of a majority by a single vote. This triggered a clash between his supporters who declared him the winner and opponents who said he had not secured the necessary 124 votes.
News from Nepal. The Indian Embassy in Nepal is celebrating the 5th International Yoga Day this week by organizing various yoga events across the Himalayan nation. International Yoga Day will be celebrated across the globe on June 21st.
Locals, foreign tourists and mountaineers enthusiastically participated in a yoga event in Nepal's Lukla town above Namche Bazaar, which is the gateway to Mount Everest. They were seen performing yoga asanas or yogic postures and meditation during the event that was organized by the Indian Embassy. The Indian Mission in Nepal is organizing various events ahead of the 5th International Day of Yoga to be held later this week. Indian Ambassador to Nepal, Manjeev Singh Puri, along with other officials, also attended the yoga session.
Very recommended. It's very good for your body, for your soul. Absolutely amazing. Especially in that special occasion. You do meditation, it works even better.
So what is your thought about yoga? Yoga as a practice for health?
It's for health. and for your spiritual health as well. So it's highly recommended, not only in this region, all around the world.
Meanwhile, scores of students between the age of 10 to 18 years participated in a yoga event organized at the Indian Embassy earlier on Sunday. The Indian ambassador to Nepal also unveiled plans for future events while addressing the event. The theme for this year's International Yoga Day is Yoga for Heart.
Yoga helps improve concentration, and it also just helps calm you down. And today while I was doing it, I just felt very relaxed and calm.
The International Yoga Day will be celebrated across the globe on 21st June. The concept of Yoga Day was formally promoted in India by Prime Minister Narendra Modi during the first year of his tenure in 2014.
People in India's southern Coimbatore city are worshipping trees after noticing that trunk of some trees look like Hindu deities. Indians consider trees sacred and often associate them with gods and goddesses.
People in India's southern Coimbatore city have started to pray in front of trees after noticing that trunk of some trees look like Hindu deities. A priest on Sunday said that the tree developed face cuts of various deities, and the devotees who used to visit the tree also noticed the same and all started to pray. Indians consider trees sacred and often associate them with gods and goddesses.
அந்த மரம் வர பெருசுன்றது அதை பார்த்தா உண்மையாலுமே ஆக்சுவலாகவே அந்த விநாயகர் உருவங்கள்லாம் அப்படியே இருக்கிற மாதிரி இருக்குது. அது வரவங்களே எல்லாம் பெயிண்ட் பண்ணுறதுக்கு முன்னாலே கும்பிட ஆரம்பிச்சிட்டாங்க. அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு அமைப்பு.
நாங்கள் இந்த வீட்டுக்கு வந்து 30 வருஷம் ஆயிடுச்சு. வந்தப்போ இந்த மரத்தில் சின்னதாக ஒரு முண்டு மாதிரி இருந்துச்சு. அது நாளாக அப்படியே ஷேப்பாக மாறிட்டு வந்துருச்சு. நாங்கள் கும்பிடவே இல்லை. பிறகு ஒருத்தர் வீட்டில் பூஜை பண்ணவர் சொன்னார், இது விநாயகர் மாதிரி இருக்குது, நீங்கள் அதனால் டெய்லி தண்ணி சுத்தமாக ஊற்றி மஞ்சள் குங்குமம் வச்சு சாமி கும்பிடுங்கம்மா, நல்லா இருக்கும்னாரு. அதுலேருந்து இப்போ நானும் கும்பிட்றேன். வெளியே ரோட்டில் போகிறவங்க தான் கும்பிட்டுட்டு போவாங்க.
Tree worship in India has an ancient ritual. Different trees like neem, banyan and bale have added to their religious sanctity. Hindu gods and goddesses are also associated with different trees. Like Bale and Rudraksh are close to Hindu Lord Shiva, people to Lord Vishnu and mango to Lord Hanuman.
Well, that's the way it was in South Asia this evening. Before we conclude, the top stories once again. Army major killed in ongoing encounter in India's Jammu and Kashmir. Pakistan appoints hardliner general as new spy agency chief. And at least 60 arrested for protesting against diversion of rivers in Pakistan-administered Kashmir. Now our viewers can watch the show on SouthAsiaNewsline.com. You can also visit us on Facebook.com/AsAsiaNewsline and follow us on Twitter @AsAsiaNewsline. That's all in tonight's edition. We will see you same time tomorrow. Good night.